Hey you guys, I hope this video, I hope this video finds you healthy and at least happy, maybe just for today. I know right now everything is totally a day-to-day thing, which is why I actually really wanted to jump on and do this training. So I've been focusing a lot on recruiting this month, which it is a huge month in our teams for getting new team members. And I want to touch on why that is, but then I also want to kind of transition this into like when you're looking at your business with Posh and you're like, I'm not sure what to do. What should you do? Because that is something that really holds, all of us back, right? Because if I don't know what to do, what I'm going to do today, right now for my business, then when I come in and sit in my office, I'm like, okay, well, let me go check and see, check my messages, check my emails, all that jazz. So first of all, we are seeing an uptick in recruiting, which makes total sense. Part of being recession proof or making sure that your family is more stable during times like this is making sure you have multiple lines of income. And so that is definitely something that you can sell Posh and take the edge off, right? Like you can sell Posh and get your instant commissions and buy some groceries, or you can sell Posh and help to pay the entire mortgage, or like all of our bills are being paid by my paycheck right now. So it really is just a matter of having that option, right? To sell and work from home. So that is huge and definitely something that we need to be talking about in the right way right now, right? If someone posts on Facebook like, oh, I lost my job, do not, for the love of all things holy, do not go on there and be like, you should join Posh, right? But sharing authentically, like, I'm really thankful for, my Posh paycheck. It paid for my family to go drive through because that's the only thing we can get out and do right now. Or, other things like that can be just sharing authentically rather than like attacking or targeting. Okay, so we're not those people who are going to try to prey on someone who's in their most vulnerable moment, but we are people who are going to be sharing the ways that this business is helping us. Okay, so shifting focus now to plans. I just posted like a million different ways to think about structuring life and business and marketing, and so I want to go over 5 different plans you want to make sure you have in place, and also in order of importance. Okay, so hopefully this is going to be helpful for you guys, because this is something that I always sit down and break down, right? Because it's like my personal business always has to come first, because if I'm not working my business, then there's no way that I can train you guys on running your businesses. So this is just a personal business plan, so this totally applies to everyone. So the first plan you need to have in place is a sampling and follow-up plan. So how are you finding new people to get samples on, right? That's the first question and I feel like I say this in not so many ways, but hopefully this is going to be a little bit more structured. So your sampling and follow-up plan. Anytime I send samples, I put that into my CRM. Perfectly Posh has one that they're still working on just improving. So I'm transitioning from, I think it's called AMI to Posh, but I'm still kind of using both just because right now I do have such a large customer base. The other thing that you can do is literally use a notepad. For a long time I used like a spreadsheet and then Google reminders. Basically, I would put reminders in my phone like, check in with Susan on this day, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months after. So I would put those reminders in my phone so that I was always following up with people. So Your sampling and follow-up plan is by far the most important. And when I say sampling, I don't necessarily mean that you have to be mailing samples out to people, although that kind of is our main option right now. I have done a lot of porch drop-offs, but this is really just basically about getting product on people. That's the name of the game. So like our very, very first plan that we need to make sure we have structured in our own businesses for success is product on people and follow-ups. So however you want to do that, and there are a million gazillion trainings on different ways to do this. You guys, I will honestly tell you, anytime I sit down and I'm like, how can I market to my customers better? Or how can I reach out to this demographic? I use this magical thing called Google and I research and I look it up and I figure out what I need to do for my business. So that's the first thing is sampling, product on people and following up. The second one is definitely some sort of marketing plan. I did post a whole bunch of if you treat social media like Mask Monday or Sample Saturday or whatever, that can help create some structure so that you're always staying top of mind. But I will take this opportunity again to do a caveat of one-on-one sales is going to get you much, much further than social media. But social media is how we always stay top of mind. So, making sure that your posts are engaging, that they're adding value. And this is something I'm totally revamping in my business right now, just because I feel like I've gotten a little bit complacent. And I have been watching a couple of ladies that I've met in some networking groups and all of the value that they add to my life with the things that they share and post. And so that's definitely something that I'm working on, right? So that's a personal marketing plan, right? That's outside of whatever Posh is giving us, right? So it can include feature of the week, right? And we're getting that information the end of each month before the following month. So that's really easy to roll into, your personal marketing plan. I firmly believe that having your personal marketing plan for your personal business is incredibly important. And using what Posh is giving us, not reinventing the wheel, but combining that in with yours is really, really going to help. And I'm having a hard time even reading my handwriting. Okay, so I did post some social media prompts, just some ideas on how to run your business. I think I included a one-page marketing plan, which is actually really great. That's something that I refer back to a lot. And I think I saw a few more people have jumped on. Susan, I think I saw Susan jump on here. Susan Hergert is someone that totally creates a plan every month for her VIP. I mean, she does amazing things with her VIPs. And she, uses what Posh is putting out there, but is also consistently marketing herself, her brand, what she's doing with Posh, all of that jazz, okay? So that's the second thing, is your personal marketing plan, okay? So the third thing that I would highly, highly encourage you to do is at that point, once you have your personal business rolling, that's when we start to look at our team, right? So what are the needs of our team? How can we meet the needs of our team? How can you be taking care of the people who have signed up under you? And part of that is being duplicatable. Thank you. These resources are so helpful. You're so welcome. And I will share some other websites and stuff on there too. You guys, seriously, I try to work into my week every single week, a time to sit down and look at new ideas. Is that something that you guys are doing? And even if you just set a timer for 15 minutes, I will say timers are hero. Okay. I have a son who is ASD. He's on the spectrum, and we started using timers with him, and then I realized how much it can help me be more disciplined. Set a timer for 15 minutes and sit down and look at a plan. Make sure that you are doing things that are going to help your frontline, your teammates. If you don't have any frontline or any teammates, that's okay. take that time to start looking, rather than digging into their numbers and looking at, how close they are to promotions. That's what shout outs are about, you guys, is letting people know, hey, you're close to this, or you accomplished this. Not everyone is paying attention to their virtual office every day. Take some time to look for some ideas on reaching out to a specific demographic that would be successful in Posh, right? That's when we really start going back to our dream team and things like that. So that's our new people plan. So team and new people plan. The fourth thing that I really want to recommend, did I roll 2 into 1? Maybe I did. Maybe there's only 4. Let's see how this goes, is trying something new. So I consistently try new things in my business, because I can tell you the way I run my business today and during global pandemic is very different than the way I'm going to be running it in a few months, hoping that things are a little bit more, well, it'll be new normal. So I'm going to show you guys one thing I'm going to try tomorrow, and this is an investment. I'm working on a daily plan to help my frontline and myself. Penny, I love that. And I need to go through and see if I can find, I used to have like a whole bunch of like daily checklist calendars of things that you can do. I mean, there's like one that's like 116 ideas for running your business that I shared. So maybe you can get some ideas there. Tomorrow, Wednesday, April 22nd, is Earth Day. It's April Showers Day. So one new thing I'm going to try, which it might not be the best idea during pandemic, I'll let you know, is to take 4 chunks, and I'm going to cut them up and offer them to people for the price of 1 chunk. So basically 4 people can get 4 different types of soap. Does that make sense? I'll show you guys pictures in here. So I'm going to be like, okay, it's Showers Day, and I'm offering a special deal today where you can pay, $12 for a chunk, but you're going to get 4 in 1, and just show people how I'm, keeping everything so clean and like cutting them up and doing that as an offer. So these are the 4 that I'm going to be doing. That's something new I'm trying for my business. And that's something that I am consistently trying new things. I have tried TikTok. I have tried LinkedIn. But then, I'm also running my other things consistently, because we really, really do need to be looking for new ideas all the time. I think I got on Alignable a couple weeks ago. I've been looking into that. So trying those things. I'm going to try, doing a 4-in-1 little chunk soap. It's something I've done before, but I haven't done it for a long time. So that's something new that I'm trying this month. And so that's the new project plan. The last thing that, which I kind of touched on this already, is planning time to plan. And you guys will notice a lot of times at the end of the month, I'll say, now's our time to lift our eyes to next month and make sure that plan is going well, right? Make sure that you have your plan set up for the following month. I just set up with USPS. I'm going to buy a weight scale from Sam's Club. I love it. Penny, one place you may also consider looking, I use Go Shippo. Were you posting in here the other day? Yeah, and I just use a kitchen scale. And it has worked great for me. So Go Shippo is what I use to ship from home. So those are the biggest things, right? So making sure you have a sampling and follow-up plan where you're doing 2 days after someone gets their order or their samples, 2 weeks, 2 months, and then putting them into some sort of rotation. You guys, that is the number one thing. If you are not doing that in your business, you're missing sales, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? The second thing is making sure you have that personal marketing plan. Then we're gonna start to look at new teammates or ways that we can get new teammates, checking numbers, things like that, trying new things in our business consistently, and then taking time to create that plan. So those are my 5, go ahead and write those down, use them when you sit down. And then of course, when I I have mentioned this before too, like when I leave my office, I really try to write a list of the priority things I need to do the next time I sit down, so that when I do have time, which isn't that much right now. I mean, I have 3 kids that I'm homeschooling. I have, you know, ups and downs with myself that I'm contending with, plus theirs as well, and running my husband's business too. It's a lot right now. So hopefully this can help you guys get some structure built in to your everyday business. If you need help setting out some plans or some different ways to do it, please reach out. I'm here to help you anytime. Okay, this is, I struggle with being intentional with my planning time. I've learned to make a plan and I'll have to add setting a timer. Seriously, you guys, the timer is like the best tip I may have ever given you. Because if you set a timer and start working on something, then it's not as overwhelming. And I think that you'll find that then once you're going, right? I don't know if you've seen that meme that says, I did a project today that I've been putting off for 5 months. It took me 15 minutes. I'll learn nothing from this, right? But how often does that happen? We put things off and don't tackle them, right? Or if you need some guidance on what should I be doing today, there is in that that group of stuff I posted, there's one called My Posh Week, and it literally has like 5 to 10 minute tasks, 30 to 60 minute tasks, so that you can kind of write in like how much time do you have right now, right? Maybe you still have littles at home and you have 20 minutes because you just started Bubble Guppies or Paw Patrol. I don't know what's popular right now because my kids are bigger. But you've got 20 minutes, set that timer, and even, you know, let your kids know as soon as this timer comes off, you can come get mom. So those are things that I have used in the past just to help, because you really do have to create the time to do things. So I hope that some of those tips are helpful in like what should I be doing in my business when I sit down. If you need any help creating some of those plans, please reach out. I am here to help you anytime. Okay guys, I'm gonna jump off. I will be saving and sharing this video on my YouTube. I'll put a link for it in here, and I will continue to share some of the other calendars and things I've used for planning. So make sure you check back in on that post in our team page that says plans, plans, plans. It's an album in there, so you'll always be able to search it, and I will just keep adding anything helpful that I find in there. And I would love it if you guys have something helpful that you use, if you would post it in there as well. Okay guys, I love you. Mwah. Have a healthy and wonderful day.